Good evening and welcome to the first ever video edition of our Late Night Sauce podcast. It's February 18th, 2025. We're live here at the Safe House. My name is Mario. I'm here with my co-host Noah, and we're very excited about tonight. This is our first video podcast. For the last, is it 3 years now? 3 years?
Something like that, yeah.
We've been starting this for a long time. This is our first. We were trying to go video for a while, and
we've talked about going video for a
I
while.
finally pulled the trigger, and we're doing it. And today's our first run at it. Late Night Sauce is finally going live video, and it's a post Super Bowl President's Day edition, I guess. You know, we didn't get to our podcast last week. What did you think of the Super Bowl this year?
It was kind of how I expected it to go.
Really?
Oh,
I thought it'd be a better game. I thought a better game.
No.
Really?
No.
I thought Philadelphia was pretty much going to win.
Yeah.
But I think they were going to destroy them the way they did. Like, Kansas City looked bad.
They did look bad. Well, because they're not like a super great team at the moment.
They went 15-1, man.
I know.
16-1.
I mean, I'm leaning into the whole the refs thing, man. I don't know.
Here we go, conspiracy. Here we go.
I feel like it's not a conspiracy. They didn't get no help with the flags, so then they lost. I mean,
I think Philadelphia just had a better team. I'm going to go that way. I'm going that route. I don't believe in the conspiracy theories of referees trying to fix games, this and that. I get it that sometimes a lot of bad calls. I'll give you that. A lot of bad calls that are coincidentally in Kansas City games, but to say that the fix is in and everyone's Kansas City, the NFL cannot risk ruining that billion-dollar brand over something like that. But I mean, you know what? The thing about conspiracy theories is they mess with your mind, and some people can make me believe them, and I hate that. They drive me nuts, conspiracy theories. But I thought it was a pretty good Super Bowl. It could have been better. Everybody seemed to badmouth Kendrick Lamar on this halftime show.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know exactly what people expected out of him. I thought he was exactly doing what he was there to do. I think it's Kendrick Lamar, it's hip hop, it's Super Bowl. Those guys, hip hop, LA rappers, it's. We're not talking about MC Hammer in the '90s dancing. We're talking lyricists, and you're limited what you can really do. And you're on the main stage of a Super Bowl, the whole world watching. I don't think people need to be hating on the halftime show. I just think, I think we spoke about this before, that people just need to stop hating on everything.
Yeah.
Embrace what it is.
Guys.
I just don't know what people expected. I mean. I'm not a big fan of Kendrick as far as his music. I like some of his stuff. I don't know enough of it. I don't listen to him enough to hate him or love him. I just know a couple of songs I really like.
Yeah.
And the whole him and Drake beef. I don't even know what the beef's even about. I don't want to know about the beef. But the Not Like Us song, I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's just in my head. But the Super Bowl was, what do you think Jalen Hurts was drinking after the Super Bowl?
After?
Yeah.
We're talking post champagne, right?
Post champagne.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Jalen on the podcast and ask him.
It would be nice. We'll reach out.
But he's not going to answer.
He won't. But we'll still reach out though. Just like we reach out to Kettle One.
Actually, Kettle One. Now that we're going video and I am wearing the Kettle One attire. It is an unofficial sponsor of Late Night Sauce. We're hoping to make it official someday. And we try to drink other vodka. I just can't.
It just doesn't sit well.
I can't enjoy it. I cannot enjoy other vodkas, but I think Jalen Hurts. I tried to read him after the Super Bowl. He wasn't even smiling.
Yeah,
he's a serious dude. So
it's all business.
All business. So I'm thinking he might be. I don't want to. Overguess it, but I think he might be a Scotch guy.
I can see that.
He has potential to hold a little Johnny Walker Blue in his hand.
I really can see,
maybe a little Macallan 18. I don't know.
Something higher end. If he's going Scotch,
I feel like he's a high end guy who doesn't drink a lot. He's a sipper.
Yeah, but that's how you want to be when you're drinking something nice. Like that.
I saw a look in his eyes, and he's like, "I want to do this again next year." He's a serious dude. Obviously, there's Tom Brady and the greatest of all time. And after every Super Bowl, like, he ain't drinking after Super Bowl. Man, that he's back working out.
He's training.
He's having avocado ice cream, going to bed, and thinking about working out the next day. That's what he's doing.
Avocado ice cream.
Yeah, you ever heard the avocado ice cream that Tom Brady eats?
Not really, no.
Oh, dude, that's his regiment, man. Like, he ain't drinking.
Avocado ice cream.
Avocado ice cream is one of his things. It's on his diet.
Okay.
That's how you say he's so slim. But, so, let's shift gears here. I mean, I feel bad for Patrick Mahomes. He almost made history with a three-peat, but...
He did.
You know, hey, there has to be a loser in the Super Bowl. There are no ties.
I think. What was it? There was like some random stat that it was like Patrick Mahomes has lost every Super Bowl that Tom Brady's been at.
I saw that. I saw that. That is
like
funny.
He was there announcing, and then Patrick Mahomes lost. I don't know.
It's a coincidence.
It is.
It is a coincidence, but you know what? He still has a shot at doing some great things, and you know.
Oh yeah, plenty of time.
I would not want to bet against him again. But he's he's got a great career ahead of him. Jalen Hurts just starts cementing his legacy now, and you know those two guys they're gonna make it interesting for everyone. So you know, and I think Mahomes, what do you think he was drinking after his Super Bowl loss?
I don't know, something heavy.
You think something heavy?
I think so.
Knob Creek bourbon.
Yeah,
something hardcore.
Straight.
I don't know if they drink in Missouri, so I can't. You know,
neither do I.
I don't even know
feel like it's like
from
near
Missouri.
Kentucky, is it not?
I think, as most of you listeners out there know, we are geographically challenged. Missouri is not far from Kentucky, but
I feel like maybe you might have had bourbon. I don't know.
You probably have some bourbon, some high-end stuff, like high octane, you know, take away the pain, but
yeah,
we don't know. We don't know.
But I think you'd only have like 2, maybe 3, you know.
You can only have 2 of those. I mean, I've had Knob Creek a couple times, and I mean, I'm not a big bourbon guy, but all I know is I can't have more than 2 of those things. That thing will put hair on your back without even wanting it.
Hair on your back.
And as you know, I already have enough of it as it is. So, we're going to shift gears to President's Day now. It's February 18th. President's Day was the 17th, obviously, on a Monday. But I think, fun fact about President's Day, it's, George Washington, which I did not know, was actually the only unanimous president voted in.
Yeah, I could see that.
I did not know that. But then again, you know, who's going to tell us we're wrong? It's like early in America. But, I think it's great that, George Washington was celebrated as well as the rest of the presidents. But, I think if George Washington was able to have a drink after winning the presidential campaign, I think he'd be a bourbon guy as well.
Yeah,
I think back then,
or something wacky like meat. Or something.
Was vodka even around back then? Like, because at the time, like, how would they get it here? Because, we're talking like 1800s.
I'll look it up. It's
1700s. I mean, we're not only bad at geography, we are bad at history, people.
Bad at a lot.
We're good at a lot of things. We're awful at a lot of things as well. History and geography are the top 2 we're bad at.
Like late 1700s, right? Like that's like independence. He was around then.
Yeah, obviously he was around for Independence Day.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, when did vodka get to come into this country? Like, that's a fun fact that we need to find out. Because, did we even know Russia existed back then?
I feel like we knew they existed.
How? Because when they came over from the Mayflower here, they came from Europe. And Russia's on the other side of Europe.
Yeah, but, I feel like it's a lot easier to, discover things that, you're already connected to by land. So I feel like the Europeans knew.
But back then,
Europeans knew. So, I mean, maybe. I got you here. The AI on Google is telling me that George Washington enjoyed a variety of alcoholic beverages, including Madeira wine, beer, rum, punch, and brandy. It's weird that rum and rum punch are not. It's two separate. It's rum, punch. What is punch?
Could be an error. Could be an error. That in punch, I think of fruit juices.
Said Washington often had a mug of beer at dinner.
I can see that. He could be a beer drinker. I can see that.
He drank punch.
Madeira wine, though. Madeira's a cooking wine, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, back then it wasn't. Maybe it was just wine.
He was about it. That Madeira was actually his favorite drink.
Really?
Yeah.
You just don't know sometimes. You just don't know.
It was, here we go, it was considered the de facto national drink by many Americans at the time.
Really? Wow.
It says that Washington often drank a bottle of Madeira at night.
Whole bottle.
The whole bottle at night.
We're talking 750s, we're talking liters, jugs. I mean,
I don't know.
We don't know.
I mean, were we like gallons? I mean, did we get down with
a gallon of Madeira wine every night is not healthy.
Did we get down with metric like that back then? I don't know.
We got to find that out for the next podcast.
We really should. We really should. But Madeira wine, huh?
Yes.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. But I think, I feel like most presidents don't drink vodka.
No.
You know, I feel like a lot of these guys, because, I can't see them holding a martini glass for some reason. I feel like they're mostly like bourbon scotch drinkers.
Yeah.
But
apparently rum was a big one at the time.
Clearly, now we know this now. But I just think that and how did they get the rum in America back then? Because rum.
Caribbean.
Was the Caribbean even discovered back then?
I feel like yes.
So you're trying to tell me the Caribbean was discovered before the United States was?
Well, wasn't like the Caribbean like a big thing for like sugar and whatnot?
You know what? History is also on our geography and history. It's mind blowing how much we don't know. It really is. It really is. But we're gonna shift gears after that. Fun facts there, and let's talk about winter is almost at the half point.
It is,
and I can't really see much trends right now as far as new drinks coming out for the winter. I know they've been sticking. The old fashions are still there. The old fashions are still going hard.
Oh yeah. People love them.
Smoked ones, flavored ones, whatever it is. I actually, today on TikTok, it was random. I found a creme brulee whiskey sour that looked amazing on the video.
That's
whole
right.
egg.
Yeah.
Not egg white, but the whole entire egg was in that one.
Whole egg?
A whole entire egg was in this.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a whiskey sour with Bailey's, whiskey, egg white, the whole entire egg. And I can't remember if it was lemon juice or lime juice. I look at the video again. It looked fantastic. And they had to take the powdered sugar and strain it through the net.
Yeah, you sipped it.
Sip it. And you torch it on top. It looked fantastic. Now, do I want to be cracking eggs behind the bar when I'm working? No. But, if I'm trying to impress someone that, sometimes people walk in, you want to impress them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to be arrogant or look arrogant. But, when people come in, you want to be able to offer them something that no one else is doing.
It's true.
I don't know anybody around here that's cracking a whole egg making creme brulee whiskey sours.
It's not often.
No.
No.
But, that's the challenge right now. The challenge is what can we do to make people as everybody's selling an espresso martini cake. We're talking a couple of decades worth of this now. And, that's great and all now, but now everybody's got new flavors of espresso martinis. I got people trying to come at me right now because you got non-bartenders trying to give you ideas, and they think, oh, this is going to work, it's going to work.
They always got them.
And sometimes they work.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're completely unworkable. But now they're trying to get me to do the pistachio espresso martini. Because you got the pistachio martini.
Yeah.
Which is delicious.
Do you just throw espresso in it, or how do you?
Well, I haven't made it yet because I think the coffee is going to overpower the pistachio taste.
I don't think you put Kahlua in it, but I think you can put espresso in it.
I think it'll taste like garbage. I think it'll taste like watered down pistachio if you do that.
Probably.
And I think you need the Kahlua. Because Kahlua has that base to make it thick. But I just think that, it's something I'm going to try. I tried doing an oatmeal cookie one the other day.
How'd you do that?
Butterscotch schnapps, Bailey's, Kahlua. I use Fireball because it's supposed to use a cinnamon schnapps, but Fireball's a cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah.
And I was afraid of putting too much whiskey in it There's too much Fireball in it.
Yeah, and then it tastes kind of whiskey.
And it wasn't oatmeal cookie-ish enough. So I got to play around with it a little bit more. I just thought of it randomly when I was standing around, trying to come up with something different. And because I know I make oatmeal cookie martinis all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't make them all the time, but I used to make them. And because oatmeal cookie is more of a shot than it is a martini, so I kind of put a twist on it.
Makes sense.
But it's kind of like when people are trying to do the pistachio martini. But sometimes things just don't work.
Could you do like the chocolate cake shot?
Yeah.
Could you do that as an espresso martini?
Well, chocolate cake shot is
it's freaky.
Frangelico and
citron vodka.
And somehow it tastes like chocolate, which is amazing to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll work because you have chocolate liqueur, the chocolate espresso martinis, but
yeah,
chocolate cake. I think the coffee will just destroy it.
Probably that makes sense. The coffee.
I think it's just overpowering.
Because it's overpowering. Citron and like.
I think anytime you mix this, this is just like Bailey's and amaretto with a little blue curacao for pistachio. Yeah. I think anytime you add coffee to any of those kind of flavors, you're really risking like overpowering the drink with the caffeine and the coffee, and you just diluting whatever flavor there is. For some reason, coconut can stand through the espresso. It can do it. You know what I mean? Caramel doesn't.
We have a coconut espresso martini.
I was making them here a few weeks back with the chocolate coconut espresso martinis. It went okay, but it's just tough because it's been done everywhere. But a lot of people do tequila instead of rum. Coconut tequila.
We just do it with 1800 coconut.
Yeah, I was doing with coconut rum.
Yeah,
and it's a little bit of a different taste, obviously, but. And then there was another recipe I found on TikTok. It had it was a tequila espresso martini, but it was done differently. And I gotta watch the video. I was watching it quick, so I haven't had a chance to do it. And they said it was like they called it the espresso martini's cousin. They called it. It had liquor 43 in it.
Oh, is it
with a C?
It's called Carajillo.
Carajillo, yes. Yeah. Did you see that video?
I've
it looks pretty good. I mean,
they have one at they have one on the menu at Condesa, or at least they did the last time.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
I haven't been there for a minute, but like at one point they had a Carajillo on the menu.
Condesa's a great restaurant.
Fantastic.
Roberto's good people over there. Roberto,
I don't know why I don't go more often because I live down.
You live right down the street. You should go. I can't go. I don't have time, but it's a great spot. Great spot. He does a good job over there. But what's gonna be the new spring drink coming out? That's what I want to know. Aperol Spritz has been taking over for the last couple seasons.
They have.
What is gonna be the new thing? The Caipirinha's coming back.
Probably not.
Probably not. And Caipirinhas. It's like a
Is that the national drink of Brazil or something like that?
It's a Brazilian. It's almost
like cachaça.
Yeah, it's basically a Brazilian lemon drop maybe, or a Brazilian daiquiri, or
but it's got like a bunch of lime.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that was big for a while too, but I don't know. I think this spring, I wish I can come up with something because I want to set trends. That's what I always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Obviously when you follow trends, it's great. You got to keep up with the Joneses. I get it, but like. What bartenders do is you take them and you put a spin on drinks. And what's the new spin that we can do? Because they spun that Aperol Spritz like crazy all year round. And the thing is, it all worked. It all really worked. Nice. Spritzes are great for the summer because girls will drink 2 or 3 of them. Check averages get up, this and that. They don't feel like, oh my God, this is my 3rd martini. But if you say 3rd Spritzes, they don't freak out as much. It doesn't count, So I'm trying to game plan something new.
I feel like you just need to find the next spritz.
Spritz. How do I find the next spritz? But
I was always doing like the like a basil lavender lemon spritz.
Yeah, I feel like basil is getting played out.
It is. But it works well without.
Did you see they got a pizza strip vodka coming out?
Yeah, Isco.
That is insane.
They're the same people that did the oyster vodka.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't really do much with that stuff, It's like
no. The only thing I can think of is a Bloody Mary.
I know, but
and that doesn't even feel right.
Yeah, you might be able to pull out some sort of a martini off it with it, but it's. It's hard.
Right. Like, what do you mix it with?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Gonna like put a little Parm cheese on the
Tabasco. I don't know.
Tabasco. If you're making a drink with it, that's not a Bloody Mary, and you're putting Tabasco in it. How are you making that?
There's martinis like that. Yeah, that's
really?
Tabasco. Yeah, the old school stuff that like you'll never make in your life.
Yeah,
they had like raw clams in them, like little necks. They had oysters in them too. I think too. It's one of those like hotel drinks and like, you know, the Ritz Carlton in New York or something, or even probably Newport. Who knows? Downtown Providence, but it's something that like no one from Rhode Island would ever order.
Yeah.
But if someone from Rhode Island had it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. They would try to make bartenders like us try to make it for them. They'll talk about it, and then, you know, you got two different types of bartenders. Bartenders out there that are not going to care, or bartenders are going to be like, hey, I'm going to try to shut this guy up and make the same drink, see if they like it.
I had a guy ask me for a penicillin the other day.
What's a penicillin?
It's with what is it? It's a blended Scotch, so like Johnny Black or something like that. It's a honey ginger syrup. Lemon juice, like peated Scotch, like the Lafroig or whatever,
yeah,
and like something else. I think
sounds awful.
Yeah,
did you make it for him?
I was serving, so I didn't have to. But I like thought about like what we had, and I'm like, we could definitely make something like close enough.
Did he order it?
Oh, he ordered it. Yeah,
I put it
right in. He did. Well, we have like we have a honey rosemary syrup.
Okay.
And then we have like a ginger jam that we make or whatever. So I'm like, just use those two, put it in. And fun fact, and maybe not fun, but
maybe not fun, no.
No,
fun for some, not for others.
Well, it's just interesting to think about it. The guy was blind.
Really?
Yeah. So
his senses taste.
Yeah.
His taste buds know.
Well, because like he had like one, he's like, that was pretty good. Like, I'll have another one. And then like when I brought him the second one, he's like, there's something different about this. Like, it's very close, but there's like a little like twist or something with guys
like
I'm
that.
like, no,
you don't.
I'm like, that's good. Well, I wasn't trying to mess with him, but I mean, that's pretty damn close. Like, wise.
Well, this guy's got to understand too. It's a drink that we don't normally make.
Yeah. So I mean, who has honey ginger syrup just lying around?
You gotta give margin for error sometimes too.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's, but like appreciate the effort. You know, I'm not making fun. I'm not trying to badmouth the blind guy, but let's get these blinds. They can be rude. You know what I mean? Like,
no, he wasn't being rude. Okay. He was just inquiring. He said it was really good.
Okay.
He said it was really good. He's like, but there is something different. Yeah. I mean, because we did honey rosemary, not just honey ginger.
Okay.
So that was the difference, but like he was blind, and I feel like his sense of taste was like enhanced.
Oh yeah.
So he could pick it out, and I was like, that's pretty neat, man.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, it's that he's coming at you with something like that, and if you make that the way he likes it, that guy's gonna keep coming back. He's gonna tell his people.
He said that the only other place he gets penicillins is in Norwood. So he's
Norwood, Mass.
Yeah, so he's like I'm gonna start coming here and I'm gonna start coming here and get penicillins. I'm like, that was crazy.
Penicillins.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker Black, honey ginger simple syrup.
Yeah, lemon, Lafroig, and like something else. And like the Lafroig is just like a splash. It's like if you were like misting it or something. Probably.
Mr. Lafroig, okay. Which we have, by the way.
It's like a quarter ounce or something like that, I think.
Really?
So like, you basically just missed
on the rocks.
Or you rinsed the glass. It was on the rocks, yeah. Put it in the big cube, I think there was, and then.
How do you feel about the big cube craze?
I like the big cube.
Really?
I do. I mean, like, it makes sense to me.
Would you drink a Kettle One and soda with a big cube? Would you go to buy
No, because you can't do that. It's not appropriate for that.
No,
it's not. It's not the same. That's for something like when you're getting like a nice sipping scotch.
Okay.
And you want it to not get watered down, but you want it to be cold at the same time. Big cube is like the superior cube to use.
Okay.
But for something like a kettle soda, it's just like, I mean, you could, but
no, you
I
can't.
feel like it's like a waste.
Can't. It's a waste. No, you can't.
It ain't right. It ain't right.
No.
But no, and the kicker with it is it's garnished with a ginger candy. And we have those.
You have ginger candies randomly?
Yeah. No, that's not random. No, that's just like part of the drink menu.
Really?
One of the mocktails, yeah.
Wow.
It's a Ginger Grove refresher.
So without the ginger candy, is the drink useless?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I feel like the point of like why I was like pushing so hard for it was I'm like I even have the garnish like ready to go. I'm like we can make this.
Okay.
Like we're right there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So I mean, that's the thing. Like is penicillin going to be the new Aperol Spritz? We don't know.
No,
probably no. There's no way.
It's definitely no way. There's not a chance. But I mean, I hope that guy comes back and gets another one.
I feel like penicillin would be a better name for a shot rather than a shot. I'll take a shot of penicillin.
Yeah.
For a cocktail, it's kind of tough.
Oh, it's like it's an old school cocktail.
Still, though, that's pretty hardcore. But I mean, you kind of wonder where did he get that drink from? I know he gets in Norwood, but where did they get it from? Old school's old school. I get it, but
pulling it up. It was in the mid-2000s.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nobody really messed around with Scotch that much, mixologists, until like the mid-2000s. That makes sense.
Oh, that was it. It's just the blended Scotch, lemon juice, honey ginger, and like the Islay single malt, which I believe is just like Lafroig. It's a peated. It's a peated Scotch.
Gotcha.
With the candied ginger. That's it. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
the more you know.
The more you know is right. But, nothing against Scotch drinkers, because I feel like Scotch drinkers are very particular in what they like. Scotch is definitely a liquor that you have a brand, you stick to it. Because the dynamics of all the flavors are so diverse that it's not like switching from vodkas or switching from rums or even bourbons. But like Scotch is so particular, but I just don't see a Scotch drink making people want to run to your bar.
No, it's not.
I mean, bottom line is, I think, not being sexist, but you come up with a drink that women love, they'll come to your bar. Women tell other women, hey, you got to go to the Safe House, you got to go to Cork and Rye, you got to go here. They're making this drink, you're gonna love it. Boom, it's their signature drink. They come for it.
Yeah.
And when the women are at the bar, guys will follow, and you have a busy bar.
It is true.
I just don't think you're going to make a Scotch drink that's going to make women flock.
Nah.
I mean, and I feel like the women that do drink Scotch, they're drinking that stuff on the rocks, and they're hardcore. Nothing against Scotch people, because, my best friend's a Scotch drinker. I've drank Scotch on occasion. I wish I could drink more of it. I just can't. I
definitely a vodka soda guy.
I'm a vodka soda guy. I switch to bourbon once in a while, and I'm an old school beer drinker. But I try to do Scotch because I do hang out with sophisticated gentlemen once in a while.
Sophisticated
gentlemen, and I just want to fit in, and sometimes I just can't. So, so another switching gears here. Like I feel like I'm in the middle of a brainstorming idea for the summer. And obviously there's a new drink for the ladies that obviously ladies help attract business, but I got guys come up to me, hey, make me something cool, and trying to come up with a cool like manly drink that's drinkable, that obviously the girlier the drink, the easier it is to drink them sometimes, because you got 4 or 5 of them, but the manlier the drink, you can't drink more than 3 sometimes. So, like, my question to you is, we do want to keep, the vodka scene going. How do we make a manly vodka drink able to be drunk at a high volume? Because the vodka lemonades, if a guy orders a vodka lemonade, he's going to be made fun of. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Vodka soda, splash lemonade, that's acceptable. I get it. But, like, the juice thing has been done a million times for almost 100 years. What could be a new vodka? It could be a new Ketel One drink, because we love Ketel One. What can we come up with Ketel One? I mean, the mules are kind of, they're lingering.
They're lingering, but they ain't the same.
I mean, and maybe come with a good summer mule. I mean, there could be something. Because, I love making different kinds of mules for customers, because people like them. Bourbon mules, vodka mule, whatever it is, Kentucky mules, whatever you want to do. But what could be the new vodka drink of the summer for the guys? I mean, because I feel like
I don't even know.
I feel like lately the guys have been jumping on these cans. They're jumping on Sun Cruisers. They're jumping on neutrals. They're jumping on high noons. They're jumping on. Because when you're at
not
beach,
really Trulies or White Claws anymore, though.
I guess some people are still doing it, but there's the market's getting saturated, unfortunately. But those are great for backyard barbecues, and you want to be polite and you want to be like, hey, what do you have? You just grab it out of the cooler, like, hey, I'll take a Truly, give me that. But when you go to a bar, you want to be able to offer a guy, hey, what should I get? I want to come up with a nice manly drink that's enjoyable, And, honestly, I really see the new wave of younger people, the drinkers, they really don't care if they look manly or not, or the girls don't really care. I just think they'll just do whatever, but, you still want to have that edge over other bars. What can you offer somebody that make a guy feel this or a girl feel this?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man. I
tried going Kiwi route one year, and Kiwi went so bad for me one year.
Yeah, Kiwi's a tough one.
There was a Kiwi vodka that came out with 42 Below back in the 2000s. This vodka from New Zealand. It was called 42 Below. This local gentleman that from the area was a sales rep for them. He was, I think, he was involved as an investor in the company.
Yeah,
I actually made a book that I was selling to people with all 42 Below vodka recipes that I came up with.
Was that 42 recipes?
It takes 42 to tango.
Oh, yes. It
was a spin on. It was a spin on. It takes 2 to tango. It takes 42 to tango.
No,
it was all 42 Below vodka recipes. They didn't sponsor me per se. They gave me a bunch of free product and shirts, and we had a nice party. I sold a few books. It wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
I put it together. It was fun. It was buzz. But the Kiwi vodka was tough to work with. Really? Now, I don't know. At the time, I don't drink flavored vodka.
Yeah.
That often. Sometimes I do. Peach orange once in a while, but very rare.
Really?
Very rare.
All right.
I had a couple nights where I was in the mood. Okay. But it was just Kiwi. I thought, Kiwi Cosmos, Kiwi this, passion fruit this. Couldn't get it going. They had a passion fruit vodka.
Yeah.
They had a Kiwi vodka, a regular vodka, and I can't remember. There was another one they might have come out with. And I love the logo. The guy was such a good guy. This guy's name was Paul. He was trying to push his stuff on us. I was trying to help him because he was local. Anytime somebody came to me to help sell product, they gave me tools to help sell it.
Yeah.
I made an effort to do it.
Of course.
They were involved in a portfolio with I don't think Diageo was involved at the time. It was a Horizon thing where it was it was a Team One marketing, whatever it was. I worked with this girl. They had numerous girls, but they kept switching sales managers.
Sure.
And we just did all these promotions. But 42 Below vodka, I put that book together. It was half whatever, but it was a different time back then. Now I have different people I can work with that can help me make better products. But my goal is for this spring, summer to come up with a drink. Obviously, I want to do vodka because I love Ketel One. I love vodka. I feel like people aren't as standoffish, scared of vodka as they are with tequila or with scotch or bourbon. Gin's always been, the stepchild of
the back end.
Yeah, back end of drinkers. But my goal is I want to come up with something good. So I'm gonna do my best I can. So, but anyway, we're gonna have to wrap things up. We're getting here. We're hoping to enhance our late night sauce podcast with the video and call-ins. We're gonna work on some call-ins. We got some guests.
Oh yeah,
we definitely have guests. We have some great guests lined up. We're putting them on the back burner right now to kind of
just work out the kinks.
Work out the kinks.
Everything is ready to go.
Right. So we're gonna thank you for watching us here on Late Night Sauce and follow Tap That Glass on Instagram and on TikTok as well. And we're gonna thank Ketel One for continuing making some delicious vodka that Noah and I both enjoy. And
keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a thing. And feel free to reach out to us and tell us, hey, thank you for drinking us. Here's some sponsorship. You know,
yeah, it would be nice.
It would be nice. So we're going to say good night to you all, and cheers.
Why is it not going?